Let's perform the indicated operation. In this case, it is subtraction. Remember, when adding or subtracting rational expressions, the denominators must be the same. And in fact, in this case, they are. So what we have is numerator 2x squared plus 7 minus, now be very, very careful. I'm subtracting the entire second numerator, so I place parentheses about it. Minus parentheses 6x plus 7, and then that's all over a denominator of 2x to the 4th minus 18x squared. Now, let's start simplifying the numerator, and let's start at the same time trying to see if there's any factoring we can do in the denominator, just trying to simplify. So in the numerator, I have 2x squared plus 7, and then that's minus 6x, and then minus 7. Be very, very careful. In the denominator, notice I can factor out a common factor of 2x squared. So 2x squared. What do I have left in the denominator in each term? If I factor it from that first term, I have left x squared minus second term, 18 divided by 2 is 9. And there we go. And let's continue. In the numerator, notice we have 7 minus 7, so that is gone, and we have 2x squared minus 6x. We continue to factor in the denominator, and what do we have we can do in the denominator? I have 2x squared. This is the difference of squares, so I have x plus 3 times x minus 3. There we go. Now, what do we have in the numerator? Can we subtract those two terms? The answer is no. These are unlike terms. By the way, can we divide out these two terms of 2x squared? No. In the denominator, 2x squared is a factor. Factor meaning it's attached to the other factors by multiplication, but notice here it's attached by subtraction. So no, we can't cancel these two 2x squareds. We cannot do that. But we must make sure, now I'm going to save room by working a little bit to the right, but we must make sure everything is completely factored in order to see if we can simplify. So although these terms cannot be combined, can we factor? The answer is yes. There's a common factor of 2x that we can factor out. So I'll factor out a 2x out of the two terms in the numerator, and I have left x minus 3. Now you can double check by multiplying, and then in that denominator I have 2x squared times x plus 3 times x minus 3. Notice I have completely factored in the numerator, I have completely factored in the denominator. Now I can see about dividing out common factors or removing a factor of 1, whichever one you want to think of. Notice this factor is the same as this. So remember, x minus 3 over x minus 3, that's the same as 1. So we are removing a factor of 1. Also, notice this is 2 times x. This is 2 times x squared. So I can divide out that common factor of 2. And what about x over x squared? Well, x over x squared, I can simplify. This is all put together with multiplication, same here. This is x to a power of 1, and in the denominator, that's x times x. So I can divide out one of those factors of x. Now in the numerator, everything's divided out, which means I do still have a 1. In the denominator, I have an x, and I also have that factor of x plus 3. So I did subtract. This is my difference in simplest form.